You're right. We're leaving soon. I am traveling on the Manali-Leh road, 5,000 meters above sea level. I am about to enter the Indian Himalayas, the Snow Kingdom, the province of Ladakh. I am here to explore every aspect of the nomadic life of Ladakh, starting with his driver in his Tata truck, up to the ancestral nomads of the Rupshu valley. I'm sure that traveling with these people is going to be quite an experience. Have you ever had accidents here? Because the road is so crazy.
Yes, I once drove over a cliff. It was about 300 meters high.
Yes.
The army rescued me, but it was a close shave.
And you still do that.
A man's got to make a living, hasn't he?
A few years ago, this province was still cut off from the rest of the world. Only the caravans dared cross these high mountain passes. Ladakh is sandwiched between Kashmir, Pakistan and China. It is at a cultural crossroads, but tries to remain true to its own identity. I really want to learn more about its traditions. Leh, the capital city, is 3,500 meters above sea level. I'm staying here for a few days to adapt to the altitude. This former capital of the kingdom has 10,000 inhabitants. It's changing fast. 20% of Ladakhis are now Muslims. The old houses have been transformed into guest houses for tourists, but Leh is still the center of the trade of Pashmina wool, an old tradition in the region. I've heard of a man called Ali Khan who works in the old bazaar. He buys and sells Pashmina wool, and I hope he can tell me more about this ancient trade. Do you know where is the bazaar, main market?
Main market?
Yes. Here? Yeah. Around here? I'm looking for Ali Khan.
Ali Khan?
Yes. Pashmina wholesaler. No, you don't know? No. Okay. Truly.
Thank you.
Bon, it's not so easy. Julie, hello. So, what can you tell me about my luck?
Your name?
My name? Chris.
Chris.
Pick an envelope for Chris.
Ah.
The beginning of the year was difficult.
Ah, true.
I advise you to pray more in the future.
All right, I will do.
Once you almost had a serious accident and God saved your life.
Ali Khan, is Ali Khan here? Ah. Ali Khan? Bon. Looks like he's straight ahead. Ali Khan tells me the nomads still trade Pashmina wool, but the days of bartering wool for barley are over. A kilo of Pashmina is 700 rupees, around 15 euros. That's a lot of money, about the average monthly wage in the region. So where does it come from?
From the Chang Tang, the nomads.
Will it easy for me to find nomadic people?
Oh, the Chang Tang are like the stars in the sky. They disappear as fast as they appear. You can find nomads in the Karnak Valley near Lake Tsaukar, near Lake Tsomariri, in the Rupshu Valley, in all the high valleys.
Julie. Julie.
Yeah.
Yes, good. The old bazaar is the heart of the capital. Many Ladakhis, like Ali Khan, have settled in the city to improve their daily life. Before going to more remote parts of the country, I've decided to explore the area around Leh. Let's go! I've met this very nice Indian guy who's offered me a ride on his Highfield. In the market, I heard about a village called Gerlache. It is a camp for refugees from Tibet and also a place for newly settled nomads. I'm going there now to check it out. I was told that a man called Cousin lives here. As you can see, there are a lot of new houses being built around here. Cousin is one of the nomads living in this area. It looks like they all live in houses now. That's what I'm trying to find out. They said go right, then left, then right again. Cousin? Cousin? Julie? 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 So Cousin, you settled down here since how long?
5 or 6 years.
5-6 years?
Oh, but I'm a nomad.
And before, where were you?
I lived with the Nomads in the Rupshu valley.
Why you decided to come here, have a house?
One winter we had a lot of snow. That's when I decided to come and live here. But now all I have is this house. I have no mountain, no valley.
The wall is better than tent?
It's warmer in here.
It's more warm. So is it possible to visit the house?
Of course. I always said that when I got old, I wouldn't be able to move with the goats from one valley to another. I knew I'd have to settle down. But the young generation are the same now. They prefer to live in the city.
What does he think about that? Is he happy for them or sad because of the customs and traditions?
It makes me sad. But if young people want to go to school, why not? They make their own choices. But I think moving to the city is a mistake. Traditions and customs are fading away. Down here, our goats and yaks have nothing to graze on. We have no way of making a living here. We have nothing left.
You sleep here. Is it the bed of your wife? This one? Or your bed?
No, my wife's bed is all the way down there. When I was young, we slept together. Now she sleeps across the room.
But you know, in France it's the same sometimes.
She might end up sleeping outside.
Julie, 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 Julie. Goodbye, Julie. I fell for them. I could see in their eyes how helpless they feel in this fast-changing world, and in their smile, how they long for their nomadic lifestyle. Ici This village is a camp for Tibetan refugees. We are not far from Choklamsa. They call Ladakh Little Tibet, and this Little Tibet has become for some people the real Tibet, for people who are persecuted by China. This is a very impressive place. So you are Tibetan? Since how long you are here in Ladakh?
I was 24 when I left Tibet. Now I'm 64. I've been here 40 years.
64, so 40 years. Yeah. Do you feel like at home here, or is it different than where you're born?
I don't know. We've always prayed, and with the protection of the Dalai Lama, we've always had enough to eat and a roof over our heads. We can't complain.
Okay, let's move on. Back in Leh, I decide to travel to Zanskar, a remote region further west, which seems to be very unspoiled and still very connected with the nomadic world. Choklamsar, I've just been there. Do you know where is the bus for Padum? Padum bus.
Padum bus, no bus.
No bus?
No bus.
I'm going to try this way. I hope they are not going to Padum. That's it, that's the one. This is bus for Padum? Yes? What time does it leave?
Day after tomorrow morning, 4:30.
Day after tomorrow morning? No. Not today?
Not today.
Come on. No? Okay.
Tomorrow booking.
Day after tomorrow. It's sure?
Sure.
Okay. In fact, it takes 2 days to get to Padum. Before there was a road, caravans traveling from Ladakh to Zanskar took about 2 weeks. Even if it's a lot faster now, there's still quite a long time to go 500 kilometers. A few years ago, trade between Leh and Padum was still done on foot. Now, with the road, it takes 2 long and tiring days on a bus to reach Padum, the end of the line. At every hairpin bend, I hold on tight. Every time the bus passes the truck, I hope this is the last time. I understand now why I am the only Westerner on board. I'm fed up being stuck in here. On the bus, I'm sitting next to an old man. He's actually traveling with his pots and pans, and with his different sets of Frenchies. I'm stuck between him and the window. It's cramped and very hot. The smell of rancid butter is even stronger today than yesterday. Traveling conditions are quite something, and the road is not getting any better. A while back in the mountains, we almost got stuck in the mud. The snow is melting and we skid a lot. Some sections are really nightmarish. A yellow carpet for our arrival at Padum. I'm glad we are finally here. After 17 or 18 hours on the bus, I've had enough. Is there someone? It's amazing to find a cyber cafe in the middle of nowhere after such a long trip. It's the only way to communicate with the outside world. Tashi opened it only a few months ago. Tashi is my age. We get along right away. He's intrigued by my trip and offers to let me stay at his house, which he turns into a guest house in the summer.
A cup of tea.
Thank you, Tashi. Thank you.
Take biscuit.
So this is masala tea?
Masala tea, yeah.
And you are yourself from Padum?
Yes, I'm from Padma.
You born here?
I born here, but this is newly constructed. Before we did not had village, houses here, We were just nearby the rock there, you can see. Patum, it's mean before flowing, on a tree, you can see many floor, together.
Yes,
so
yes.
it was like there, on the rock, all the houses were there only.
Okay.
So it came Patum.
Do you think you will help me? You could help me to find
of
the
course.
nomadic people?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I can help.
Because I don't speak so good Ladakhi.
Yeah, of course I can help you, no problem.
What about Amshi here in Zanskar? Because I like to meet a few of them. Maybe they know more about nomadism and all this, because I know sometimes they are on the way too to collect plants and all this.
Yeah, you have MTs here, in Zanskar. You can meet. We have very famous MT, His name is Gershon. He's from Rupshu.
All right.
It's just 5-6 kilometers far from here.
How high is Padum?
It's 3,550. 50 meters higher than Leh.
50 meters higher, and it's so hard to breathe. What's his name?
Gershon.
Gashu. The medicine practiced by the Amshis is said to be 2,500 years old. These traditional healers have an age-old knowledge passed down from generation to generation. I hope that Gershon will tell me more about this tradition. First of all, for him, what is the definition of an Amshi?
And being an Amshi means helping others. It means healing people and helping those who suffer. That's what an Amshi does.
And is there a link between Buddhism and his practice?
And it's very closely linked to Buddhism. First there's Buddhism, and then comes medicine. Buddhism is respect for life, With modern Western medicine, you get quick results. You can feel better in 2 or 3 days. But afterwards, the sickness can come back. But we Amshis, we try to get to the root of the sickness.
Yes, I like he check my fingers and maybe my pulse and all this.
Okay, but I'd rather consult early in the morning, before dawn. If you want, you can sleep here.
Yes, you can sleep.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Can sleep here tonight. The sun is going down. It will soon be very cold in the mountains. Fortunately, the Ladakhis are incredibly hospitable. Up here, with them, I seem to lose all sense of time.
Good, no good. No good.
No good. Ouais, c'est la tête.
So it's my head and my liver.
Ça me fait pas rire.
It's not funny.
C'est pour ça que j'aime pas voir
That's
les
why
médecins,
I don't
parce
go
qu'ils
to the
trouvent
doctor.
chiant.
They always find something wrong.
T'allais bien?
I was alright before.
Je vais prendre
I'll
quelques
take a few
plantes,
plants
demain,
and
tu tiens.
tomorrow I should be fine.
Il est en train de préparer 18.
He's preparing a mix of 18 different plants. There are only 11 to go.
11. Oula, alors
Wow,
ça, c'est
there
des
are
pains
crab
de crème.
claws.
Extraordinaire.
Amazing.
Je sais pas où est-ce
I
qu'il
don't
trouve
know
ça,
where he
mais,
finds
à mon
those,
avis, dans les Oscars,
but I guess there aren't many crabs in the lakes
les
around
étangs.
here.
C'est de la merde.
This is
d'insectes
shit
qui vivent,
from the insects
du
living
lac
around Lake Tsokar.
Traduit littéralement.
That's exactly what he said.
Smells good, hein? Yeah. Une fois que le hamchi a
Once
sélectionné
the hamchi
ses
has
plantes,
chosen
chacun
your
se
plants,
débrouille, hein.
you have to grind them
Chacun
yourself.
met ses ingrédients.
Now I've got pains in my arm. Early this morning, the hamchi invited me to come with him to the mountains. He's going to collect some healing plants that he'll use all year long.
Intéressant, c'est de constater que c'est des femmes.
I've noticed that the new generation of hamchi are mostly women.
Génération de hamchi. Et
It looks like the traditional knowledge will now be passed down from woman to woman.
Connaissances.
Chapati.
Hein?
Pero chapati.
Chapati, pero chapati.
Local.
Très local.
Local fare.
Pour le
For the heart,
plus on monte et moins il y a
the
de
higher
risques
you climb,
que dans
the less you risk finding urea in the
l'essence même
plants.
des plantes, il y a de l'urée.
There is no
Donc,
pasture up here, so the
comme
sheep
ici,
don't
c'est
come
plus
up
des
so
alpages, les
high.
moutons montent pas si haut.
Gershung is positive that the
Pas sûr
plants
que
he
les
finds
plantes qu'il
here
va trouver ici,
will be suitable for
sont bonnes
medicines.
pour ces préparations.
We are nearly at the top.
And more you go high, more you find rare plants.
That's right. And the higher you climb, the purer the plant.
Sometimes people say that some monks are able to go from one valley to the other. Do you believe in that?
Yes. Some monks spend years meditating here near the glaciers. It's like for the plants. The higher you live, the purer you become. And when your heart becomes really pure, then you can fly from one valley to another.
Before I go on to the high plateau of Rupshu, on Lake Tsokar, and Somoriri, I'll stop at a monastery to immerse myself in Buddhism, the soul of Ladakh. I also want to discover their connection with the nomads. Tashi suggests we stop at Barden Gampa for the night. On my arrival, 2 monks offer to take me in. They really want to share their monastic life with me.
J'ai l'impression que
I think I'm supposed to sleep in his room, but he's lost his keys.
Il a perdu ses clés.
This might be a problem.
C'est pas moi. It's not me.
We tried to open the door for 15 minutes. Finally, he broke the clasp. I think I sleep like a baby. It's rather Spartan, with a great view over Zanskar. Nomadic people, they don't come here anymore. Why?
That's because of the road. Today the nomads go directly to Leh to trade their goods. Before they used to come here to trade wool for food.
It's better now or before?
Oh, you know, depends. Of course, life is more comfortable today, but there's more stress, more things going on. Sometimes we're even disturbed by tourists while we're praying.
I will go. I try to go. Which way?
Chang Tang.
This way, this way, this way.
The Chang Tangs are that way.
This way or this way? This way.
That way.
This morning, Dorje has invited me to go with him. He plans to visit families in a neighboring village. Before that, he must go to the monastery school, a few miles from here. Of course, I'm happy to go with him. There are about 30 kids here. They must be between 8 and 12. They come from the neighboring villages. Most of the time, their parents are too busy or too poor to take care of them. So they send them here to get free education. Most of them will become monks because this school is the only thing they know. It's really more than a school. It's a family.
You play football?
Can someone teach me the rules? A game of cricket at 4,000 meters. It's exhausting.
किसी को सताते नहीं थे।
Let's go. The monk is saying a prayer so we can cross the bridge safely.
Sans encombre.
"20 meters below, the river Zanskar is at its highest. In winter, when it's frozen, it's a road to walk from one valley to another. When you travel with a monk, you get invited everywhere. We've done this house. There must be 10 more to go. This is Chang, the local beer. There is something floating in it. It looks like a little boat. You can put barley flour in your beer. Some people like it that way. Good for altitude sickness. And
They're in the form of
Alf. You little. If you take, I take. I wish I could have stayed longer with Dorje, blowing on grasshoppers. He has become a true traveling companion, but I have to move on. I meet up with Tashi and we drive to Lake Tsokar. The nomads should be in this area. We didn't meet any nomads around Lake Tsomory, so we've stopped here, near Lake Tsokar, but we can't find nomads here either. I met a monk here in Tukje. He told me that this ghost village is used by nomads in the winter, but there's nobody here in the summer. He said they should be in the Rupshu valley. So I move on again. The only reminder of nomads here are the square huts that look like their tents. Nothing else. We are really in the middle of nowhere here. There's absolutely no one in this valley. We've made it! This is the Rupshu valley. The nomads are all around us. These modern means of transport have taken over from the nomads. The traditional routes used for trading butter for barley are slowly vanishing. Now, the tarmac rules. Even if the region keeps its identity, these long strips of tarmac will change things. People will come to the valley from further and further away. I decide to leave the road, to follow a man on his horses. In the valley, I find 24 families. These nomads lived just like their ancestors in a lunar landscape. I hope to spend a few days with them and share their everyday life.
On va pas dire qu'ils ont de la chance.
I won't say they are lucky to live here, because it sounds like a cliché,
cliché d'occidental qui ressort, mais
but
quand
this
même,
is definitely a different way of
c'est un autre
life.
mode de vie. Ladakh, no.
English no.
So when do you think you will leave? You will go to another place?
The chief decides when we break camp.
Ah, le chef sait. Only the head. How do you decide for the chief? Is it a kind of vote, or is it the older one, or?
No, we throw the dice.
Excellent.
Loser becomes the chief.
No, really, the one who loses is the chief. Every year is a change. Have you ever been the chief?
Yes?
How old are you?
100. I don't really know.
C'est de la farine d'orge avec This is barley flour, with tea and rancid butter,
Avec un petit peu de sable.
and a little sand. Divin. Delicious. Earlier today, 5 itinerant monks rode into camp. I am surprised to see them here. On my map, the nearest monastery is several days away. I decide to go and see what they are doing.
Ils vont en fait faire ça dans chaque
They'll do this with every family,
Ils le font une fois par an.
every year on the same date. There's a book that explains how to set up each level.
La méthode pour chaque étage est expliquée.
They put it all together, and now we are going to pray for peace around this altar. Big topic.
En fait,
This is called Jito.
Le Jito.
It's a ceremony to make things come back. Here, among the nomads, it's performed to ensure the herd will return, so they won't get eaten by a wolf or some other animal. So the monks come and pray for the nomads, to make sure that things will always come back.
Reviennent toujours.
I've set up my tent in the middle of their camp. The color doesn't quite match, but they seem happy that I am showing an interest in them. I'm really moved by their simple ways and their hospitality. Life here is governed by the sun and the animals. Today, I've decided to follow the herd. The herd is their only means of survival. They sell the goat's wool, they make clothes with it, and they live off the milk. Each family has its own herd, but when the goats are grazing in the mountains, all the herds are mixed together. Women and children take turns following the herd.
Will you bring back the routes to the camp by horse or with jeeps? By yourself? All this on your back?
What's happening here is that once the herd is back down from the mountain, everyone gets their own animals back. Some animals have a blue mark painted on their horns, so the owner can recognize them. It takes time to gather them up. They must have been at it a good half hour.
Une bonne demi-heure qu'ils y sont là déjà. Et je crains qu'en m'approchant,
I think I'm making things more difficult.
Ouais, je vais vous dire,
It all looks like a bit of a mess.
What are you doing?
Making butter.
Making butter. So it's milk inside. Like this? For how long?
Oh, for a long time, until it gets dark.
Lots of time.
Until it gets dark.
Is it a joke? Non, ça n'a pas l'air.
Doesn't sound like one.
Je la garde alors.
I'll keep it then.
I have a niece. I could introduce you to her.
Thank you, I have already. Do you know when we will move?
The day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow. Are you happy with that? Are you happy to move?
I'm too old to be travelling, but we don't have any choice.
Les conditions de vie ici sont
Life here is governed by the rhythm of
au
nature.
rythme de la nature et
This environment is very hostile. In winter it's minus 30 or 40, and the winters are very long. It's the only life people know here. They are used to it, and they are not afraid of living in these conditions.
Meeting with chief.
Yep, and there's going to be some action.
The man in the yellow shirt is a member of the government. He's here to negotiate with the nomads to see if the land around Lake Tsokara can be used as a campsite. I guess there's gonna be some tough talking. They talk forever. First, they must agree on the rent for the land, and then on how they'll share the money between the families. It'll be about 40,000 rupees. That's a bit less than 1,000 euros.
Allez, un peu moins de 1000 euros, quoi.
It looks like, once again, everything will be decided by drawing lots.
On va tirer à la loterie.
Chance plays a very important role among the Changpa.
Parmi les Changpa. Je crois que moi je vais y aller.
I think I'm gonna go now.
Pas mal de poils de
There's quite a bit of yak hair here.
mais,
There's
du
rice,
riz, des
potatoes
pommes de terre,
and
du
mutton.
mouton, c'est très bon.
It's pretty tasty.
Ici, il y a 20 ans, on mangeait que de
But
la
20
tsampa,
years
de la
ago,
farine d'orge
people
avec,
ate only tsampa,
du thé.
a mix of barley flour and tea.
Quasiment, on connaissait pas le riz,
They had no rice,
la
and I
pomme de
guess
terre,
no
je pense
potatoes
aussi.
either.
Mais les choses-
Times are changing.
On est dans un cas typique
This
de
is a
polyandrie.
typical
Les
case
deux
of
hommes
polyandry.
sont frères.
These
Et,
two men are brothers.
Ils ont une femme
They share the same wife.
Donc ça, c'est
This
encore,
custom still
comme
exists
ça dans
in some parts of Ladakh.
Et ici, c'est le cas.
Obviously, it doesn't pose a problem for anyone here.
Manifestement. So when he was born, the road was already there.
No, we went everywhere on foot. I remember the long trips I did with my father. When we saw planes in the sky, we used to hide, so we wouldn't be touched by their shadows.
Why all the people are leaving?
They all leave the mountains to move to the city. They think you have a better life in a house in the city, especially in winter. And it's true that life is tough up here. My son, for example, he lives in Leh and works in transport. After me, no one will take care of the herd. Of course, that's sad. It's the end of our history. Our identity is vanishing. But it's their choice. I have to respect that.
Tomorrow morning, the nomads will go to another valley. There won't be one tent left. For the last night here, Tukje invites me into his tent. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. A hailstorm hit the valley last night. It's time to go. In less than 5 minutes, the tents collapse like a house of cards. As I watch, I recognize my own traveler's instincts. For these people, packing is a well-practiced ritual.
Voilà.
Okay, this one won't fall off. Well, this is the end of my journey. It's quite something to see them setting off, with 1,000 yaks and 2,500 sheep and goats. And every 2 or 3 weeks, they break camp again, at 4,700 meters. They'll stay at the same altitude, but 20 kilometers further on, in another valley. We exchange a few looks to say goodbye, but I'm concerned for them. I wonder if in 10 years' time, much of what I have seen here will still exist. I'm sure they will find their own way, a way that suits them. I only hope they will be able to preserve their traditions, continue to live as free men, as nomads.